Hiya, this is the first part of the survival guide on quadratic equations. So today we're going to talk about solving equations using factorization. In question 1, you are asked to solve each equation. We have a product of two factors. For the product to be 0, either the first factor is equal to 0 or the second factor is equal to 0. Therefore, we can solve for x. Similarly, in part B, it doesn't matter how many factors you have. For this to be true, either this factor is equal to 0 or that one or that one. So x is a third, -4, or equal to 2. In question 2, you are asked to factorize, then solve each equation. First off, we need to factorize the left-hand side of each equation. Let's look at part A. To factorize, we'll need to split the -2 into two parts. We need to find two numbers that add up to -2 and that has a product of -8, or this constant over here. The two numbers are -4 and 2. Therefore, we will write -2 as -4 plus 2 minus 8. Factor the x out from the first bracket, factor the 2 out from the second pair of terms. Now we have a factorized expression. For this to be true, either this factor is 0 or this one. Therefore, the roots are -2 and 4. Let's look at part B. We need to find two numbers that add up to -5 and it has a product of 6. 6 is 2 times 3. The two numbers that we are looking for are -2 and -3. Therefore, we're going to split the -5 into -2 minus 3. Factorize each pair of terms. Notice that we have a common factor. For this guy to be true, this factor has to be equal to 0, or this one has to be equal to 0. So x is equal to 1, or x is equal to 3 by 2.